Hi guys, ctrygirl555 here. Sort of a video response for joyann1967 or 1968. Sorry. Anyway, Joanne, I'm talking to you, girl. On your video, confession time that you uploaded today. Stop beating yourself up. It's okay. You get 70 points a day. You get 49 weekly. Alright? I understand that because you had someone go out of their way to bring you a meal while your husband was away and there was someone else in your house asleep and the stress is getting to you that you think you really screwed up. Well, those foods were not all that great for you. You know that. But you didn't screw up, because screwing up would mean that you did it, forgot it, and continued to do it. So you actually nipped it in the bud, just like that. You know you're messing up. At the first of your video, you said you didn't track anything. You have no clue because you didn't track it, but still you wrote it down. You wrote down the fact that you eat 2 bagels with 4 tablespoons of cream cheese and yogurt. That's kind of your typical breakfast. Sometimes I know you have apple, yogurts, oatmeal, bagels, things like that. You had 17 points for breakfast on my calculations. Honestly, I did the calculations from the complete food companion from Weight Watchers for the Points Plus plan. 2,000 foods in here. So I did those calculations based on what you said in your video. That come up to 17 points plus, right? All right. You had a Big Mac in the book, which is this book, the Complete Dining Out Companion for Weight Watchers, the new Points Plus plan. In this book, it tells me from McDonald's, I'm assuming you said Big Mac. A Big Mac is 14 points. Okay, 14 points plus. 1 large fry is 13 points plus. 6-piece nugget is 7 points plus. 2 apple pies. There's 7 apiece. That's 14 points. Okay? The M&Ms was a little bit harder for me to suss out because I didn't have the actual ounces. Just going by, you said the big box, and the big box should be 12 points. Okay, 12. 4 ounces of the full flavored fat potato chips is 8 points. And the Special K bars that I found were 3 points each, so that's 6 points, plus your tea was 3 points. Right up. I calculated every single thing that you said you ate yesterday, and it come up to be 94 points. 94 points. You get 70 points a day, so you went 24 over, and you need to take that 24 points out of your 49 weekly points, right? And then today, you still have your 70 points to eat on. Okay? So you're more honest to yourself than not. And you shouldn't have beat yourself up. When your husband come to you and said, I've noticed that you've not been doing so well, how can I help you? And you said you don't know. At the end of your video, you gave the answer. And it was when you were talking about the doctors asking you this and that, when you go to get weighed in, you said you needed someone to push you. So my answer to your husband's question, you answered yourself. You said, push me. I need somebody to push me. I quoted you. Push me. I need somebody to push me. Your husband offered. Take him up on it. Okay? The answer to the last question on your video, I do Weight Watchers Points Plus here in America. In Wales, United Kingdom, I do Weight Watchers Pro Points, right? When in doubt, I always refer back to the old points plan no matter what. If I am unsure of my surroundings or anything else, I result back to that. I know how many points that I need a day at my current weight on the old system, so I will go back to that. But on a day-to-day basis, I get 40 points plus my 49 points plus a week, right? Only this past week or so have I been dabbing into those. You talked about your medication making you not as hungry. Then I wanted to touch on that, but let me go back to this other. You said your food addiction caused you to binge yesterday. I am going to have to call you on that. Yes, we are addicted to food. Yes, it can make us binge. Yes, all of that. Binging, addiction, all of it is crazy. But you really didn't binge yesterday. You eat a couple of things that were not good for you. That was not a binge. The reason that you ate those couple of things that were not good for you was because you have been limiting your points. I watched a few of your videos when you had 55 points. I watched a few of your videos when you had like 40-something points. And I've watched many of them when you've had, your 70. You've been real honest. You take pictures. You always do that. And I do not want you sitting there beating yourself up. You have come a long way. You have done so many different things. You sit on your bed and you do the exercises. And you are a 400-something pound lady. Those things are very hard to do. When I was 300 and almost 70 pounds, 370 pounds, I couldn't even walk. So, please, smile. You have done some amazing things. First amazing thing that you did today was make the video. And you confessed. And not only did you confess to yourself, you confessed openly and out loud to other people. And you asked for help. And those are some things that 2 years ago, come March the 1st next week, I could not do. I could not reach out and ask for help. I commend you. I do. I have sit here, as you can see, I watched your video 3 times. I heard every word that you said. I sat down and I did your calculations. And I sit there and I listen to you. And I need to tell you to stop being so hard on yourself. Yes, we have to push ourselves. Yes, we are our own worst enemies. Yes, if we don't say it to ourselves, then we might not believe it from others. You expect to be pushed from your doctors. Expect to be pushed from your husband. Expect to look in that mirror and push yourself. But when you do something that you think is very bad, please, back yourself up. Go back and look at it. You wrote it all down. You showed us the paper. You wrote it all down. You told in ounces how much you had different things. Who knows they had 4 ounces of potato chips if they haven't got something, if something hadn't clicked. So I see that you will have success because you are doing things that you're not actually even realizing you're doing. And I think that is absolutely amazing. And I just had to come and say that. The medication and it making you not so hungry, that could be a good thing because my Victoza does me that as well. Now, those medications don't last forever. They work on a time release schedule or what have you, and they run out. So if you're eating at 2:30 in the morning, those medications aren't working so well. If you took one in the morning and one in the evening, you know. And I would have counted the potato chips and the Special K bars onto the next day if I ate it at 2:30 in the morning, because that's a new day. I'm just saying. So I would have been like, okay, so I dabbed into my weekly points a little bit. That's over with. That's yesterday. Today's a new day. You know, you're going to have some tenderloin, have you a big salad with it, eat you some broccoli and cauli, as you said. Stop beating yourself up, honey. You can do this. I know you can. All right. God bless you. God bless you. Peace out. That's how we roll. Ta-da. Ta-da.